Hello, well it's a Merry Christmas and it's the end of the parliamentary term. Today is Wednesday the 12th of the 12th of the 12th. There must be a lot of people getting married today is my guess. And if you are getting married in Wellington, then it's going to be a fantastic day to get married because it's absolutely gorgeous outside and we definitely know that we're in summer. So Parliament's drawn to an end and I think we look back, we'd say in a lot of ways, and quite a tough year for New Zealand in 2012, just as it has been really around the world. You've continued to have the global financial crisis, still having a big impact on economies right across the world. You saw China slowing down a bit this year, still tough in the United States as they come to terms with having to deal with now their fiscal cliff at the end of the year. The UK back in recession, and of course, you know, the problems in Spain and Greece and France are well documented. So, you know, a challenging year. From New Zealand's point of view, we continue to reform our economy and do the things that are within our control to make sure that New Zealand can compete and contend against what is, you know, a pretty high exchange rate against the US, and always easy for our manufacturers, but we are seeing growth in our manufacturing sales, for instance, and we continue to see more New Zealanders getting jobs, 65,000 more in the last 3 years. So there's a lot more to be done, and we need a bit of a tailwind, which hopefully will help us next year in 2013 when we see hopefully better conditions in Europe and Asia and the United States. If we look across the sort of suite of things that the government has to worry about, the crime rate continues to fall, we continue to see more children immunised, we continue to see more youngsters going off to the doctor because under sixes are free, we continue to see NCEA results improving with now 72% of all New Zealanders leaving with NCEA level 2 compared to 66% when we took office. So there's a lot that we can be proud of. Welfare reform's been a big part of the agenda for 2012. As has been our Treaty of Waitangi negotiations, and we're on the brink of doing a historic deal with Tūhoe. There are so many other things that we could point to, but in the end it's probably a time just to reflect back and say that what makes New Zealand a great country is that we have, I think, that right balance between compassion and care for other New Zealanders, but a genuine belief that we can make a difference to our own lives through our own efforts and enterprise. That is the fundamentals of what a national government is about, giving people the freedom to get ahead, to look after their families, and to plot their way through life on a path that they believe in. I think we're very lucky to live in New Zealand. You look around the world and you see all the strife and problems and issues that other countries face. And even though we have our fair share of political rows and the likes, I think none of us are naive to believe that we're the only country doing that. In fact, the arguments that you see playing out in New Zealand play out in pretty much most countries in the world, and often it's a lot worse. So Christmas will be a time for us to reflect on that and to think about the year that's been. For the National Party caucus, it'll be an opportunity to regroup over Christmas and recharge the batteries. I'm very lucky to have a team of outstanding ministers and outstanding caucus members who support me in my leadership of the National Party. So it's been a tough but good year in 2012. Look forward to coming back and having more of these video blogs in 2013. I hope you find them useful as a little way for me to sort of add a bit of colour or insight into things that we've been up to and the things that we've been doing. A lot on the program for 2013, so a lot to talk about. Have a great Christmas and a very happy New Year.